All right, so welcome to chapters 4 and 5. Chapters 4 and 5 are combined because chapter 4 is civil liberties, and then chapter 5 is civil rights, and they go hand in hand. Does that make sense? So I want to just give you a heads up. This is a very, very dense week because it's two chapters in one. All right, so the first thing is I want to make sure you know is that you need to watch the videos both for chapters 4 and chapters 5. Does everybody understand that? Watching these videos are going to make sure it really helps you to be able to complete the task and make sure everything is good to go. I see this one says the folder is empty, so I'll fix that. But make sure you watch all these videos. All your assignments are going to be due on the 9th, which is Sunday. I would not wait until Saturday to try to get stuff done. I would not wait until Saturday or Sunday night to say you got a problem. Um, just don't. You know what's going on ahead of time. Um, the policy is straight up as it is. You all can always submit your work no later than Monday to be late, and I still grade it. Does that make sense? At this particular point, two of your lowest grades are being dropped in those categories we spoke about already. There has to be a total of three. So if something happens, sometimes you got to take an L, and that L might be one of your drop grades. And I do that to help you all out because I understand stuff happens. But just being honest, just get your work done as much as you can. Does that make sense? Also, don't forget you got your project you need to be working on as well. I know a lot of people probably forgot about it. Don't, because that's 40% of your grade. So you don't want to forget about it. And those thesis statements are coming up either it's next week or the week after next, but they're coming up very soon. All right. So the first assignment you're gonna have is analyzing Jay-Z 99 problems. Okay. Some of y'all may have watched the song, but the second verse particularly talks about the idea of illegal search and seizures. So you're gonna you can watch this video here. You want to download this document that gives you is an academic source to where it kind of breaks down what is search and seizures. And in this case here, I just want a 100-word response to the verse as far as it relates to search and seizures. And of course, utilize the article as much as humanly possible. Okay. All right. You have that assignment. Um, there's an assignment missing. So I'm gonna come out of this and just fix everything. And that's why I like to do these videos. That way I can see what it looks like to make sure everything is correct. Does that make sense? All right. So let me fix a couple things now. First off, the videos are so you click on the videos. There they go. They still show up. Okay, hidden. So this is something that's new to Blackboard, is that I have to unhide everything. Does that make sense? And you saw how it was visible to you, right? But I have to go now and go in and physically undo that. So sometimes that'll be the problem. And I don't be meaning to do that. It's just I'm getting used to this new version of Blackboard just as you are. Okay, I didn't mean to play that video. All right, so visible. And you can now these are all crash course videos, but they're gonna cover a lot of material. The same thing that can be covered in the textbook. It just kind of makes this a little bit easier for you to see. You're not going to have to turn in those film notes because I want you to just mainly watch it. Now, you have a civil liberties soundtrack assignment that is also going to be due. This is going to be due on Sunday as well. This is going to take some time because you got to be creative. Does that make sense? So, high level synthesis and critical thinking, but just read the directions. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to make a presentation and you're going to have to make a Spotify playlist. Spotify playlist, you can make those for free where you have your songs. Does that make sense? You're basically making a soundtrack that's going to talk about civil liberties. So you have to find songs like I did with Jay-Z 99 Problems, right? Find songs that incorporate civil liberty issues. Is it right clear? Um, one song for each of the five freedoms of the First Amendment, one song for each of the remaining Bill of Rights. So you're doing the basis for the Bill of Rights. You can do a bonus track for the 14th Amendment due process clause. This also goes back to reviewing the Constitution, okay? Now, be clear, depending on what your project is on, you're doing research now. So I got that? Every assignment I have you doing is meant to help you prepare for your project. So everything you do, you can almost pretty much plug and play into your project. So make sure you do that. But just read the directions. This is going to be due on Friday, not Friday, but Sunday as well. So you had a civil liberties contract. Now we go to chapter 5. I'm pretty sure. Yep, I gotta make these all visible. Watch these videos. I do have assignments for these videos, but I'm just gonna tell you to just take notes because the more you watch the videos, them out on the back end of your assignments. Does that make sense? Everybody follow me there? So just be ready for that. Let me just do these. All right. So for this one here, for chapter 5, you got two things you got to do. You have a civil rights stations activity. What you're doing with this is just that you're gonna open up this document and you're gonna just read and answer these questions, then resubmit this to Blackboard. Everybody got me on that? So these are all different civil rights issues that's come up, particularly looking at court cases. You just read through them, use the links, watch YouTube videos, and then just answer, turn that into me. The other assignment you're going to do is watch Netflix's Men, episodes 4 and 5. I give you the YouTube videos right here directly in Blackboard. So if you don't have Netflix, that's fine. And then you have these film courses to complete and upload. Everybody got that? Okay. And that is also due Sunday. So everything is due Sunday. Everybody clear there? Do not be shocked and surprised if you get a quiz next week on chapters 4 and 5. Does everybody follow? I don't want to give it to you now because I feel like that's a lot already, and particularly with that soundtrack assignment. But don't be shocked if you get that as quiz next week at the start of the week, meaning be due on Tuesday. Is everybody clear? Just to make sure y'all are good with chapters 4 and 5. This will be just a straight multiple choice quiz. It would not have any essay written portions to it. So let everybody know that right now. Everybody copy that? Okay. So everything is due on Friday. Are there any questions? Sunday. Everything due Sunday. And again, the main reason I'm giving you everything due Sunday is because of that soundtrack. That is going to be the most time-consuming part you got. The videos are the videos. They'll be like 10, 15 minutes. The Men episodes about 50, 55 minutes. The stations on average takes about 30 minutes, but the soundtracks will take more time because you really got to show that you understand it. Does that make sense? And if you want to add in some civil liberties and civil rights to the soundtrack, that's fine because it is a combination unit. Does that make sense? Y'all follow me there? Okay, so if I say civil liberty soundtrack, civil liberty, civil rights, you're fine. Okay, that should help you out a little bit as far as analyzing those first 10 amendments to see how that protects us as citizens. Got it? Yes? Okay. Well, that's all you got this week. I would say